Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back. So today we have another full review to go through in the designer men's fragrance community. And this one is by Lacoste. I did my first impressions, told you it was my second favorite of the year. This one is LACOSTE BLANC EAU INTENSE. And so I'm just gonna do that review today, let you guys know what I get, what the performance is, and if it's worth a pickup. So without further ado, let's get it. Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So today we have another new release in the men's fragrance community 2023. I did a first impression of this 2 weeks ago and I was really excited because it's one of my favorite fragrances of the year so far. There really was, the fragrances this year compared to last year, there's been a lull. We've had about 13 or 14 fragrances this year. None of them, or like most of them, have been either kind of just basic or not very good, or just kind of on the side of where, should I pick it up? Is it redundant? Then there was 3 or 4 that were above all the rest that I would definitely recommend trying out. And this was number 2 or number 3 on my list. I can't remember. I think it's number 2. Before we get into it, make sure that you, if you are new to my channel, that you subscribe. And if you are, just make sure that you like, comment, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And if you do like my content, consider following me on Instagram and TikTok. So today we are going to be talking about the new LACOSTE BLANC L1212 EAU INTENSE. So this one is the next in the one that was released last year, LACOSTE BLANC EAU Fraiche. That was my favorite freshie of 2023 or 2022. And so we're coming into this one, and as of right now, it is my favorite freshie of 2023. So it's just really good day to be a Lacoste fragrance, in my opinion, because this one is, I had a lot of people asking, and I did a video last week comparing these two. So if you guys want to go check that out, it will definitely give you an idea of which one I prefer, which seasons they're better for, stuff like that. But as far as LACOSTE BLANC EAU INTENSE, I'm going to give you some of the notes here just to let you guys kind of understand what's in it. The top notes are mandarin orange and turmeric. The mid notes are lavender, cardamom, and clary sage. And the base notes are leather, sandalwood, and vetiver. So when you first spray this fragrance on, it reminds you of like an orange version, and a spicy orange version of the Dior Homme colognes, the Mercedes-Benz cologne, the commodity Bergamot. I actually compare it more to commodity Bergamot than any of the other ones because commodity Bergamot has a little bit of that sharp spiciness to it. And so that's what this one does. So when you spray it on, you definitely get that mandarin orange. It's like an orangeade, similar to the other ones that are like lemonades or bergamot aids or whatever. This is more of your orangeade mixed with this turmeric. We had a funny get together on my live about how to spell it. It's T-U-R-M-E-R-I-C, but it's pronounced not turmeric, it's turmeric. And it's kind of like a sharp ginger is the way it comes in. It's like a sharp effervescent spice that really does come through. It gives this fragrance some spice, as well as you do get pink pepper, giving it some spice as well. So picture those two spices that are kind of giving this orange spicy aid mixed together with a little bit of woods underneath it and a little bit of aromatics from like the lavender and the DNA that you get from the LACOSTE BLANC. I've heard people say that some people said that these were similar. No. Go see my other video if you want to know more about that, but they're not. This is, they're both freshies, yes, and there is the lavender part of it, but this is an orangeade with a spice and turmeric. And then that one is more of your fresh, slightly green ambroxan wood citrus. Completely different. So as you work your way further into this fragrance, I would say 15 to 20 minutes. That is where you get through the mid to the transition to the dry down as that lavender comes through, that mandarin orange starts to dissipate, and you get a small feeling of leather. The leather isn't too strong, never does become strong in this fragrance. It is just a nice supporting undertone. Once you get about 20 minutes into the fragrance, and then through about hour 5, you can still notice a little touch of that leather. Never too strong, nothing like that. It's just a nice supporting undertone. That spice does stay there. The turmeric becomes more of the main portion of the fragrance along with some woods. You mix that together with that lavender, the aromatics, and then you do just get a little bit of that pink pepper and then that's the rest of the fragrance with a mandarin orange undertone. It's weird because the mandarin orange, you would think as a citrus, would dissipate as soon as you get to the dry down. Usually the citruses go into the background and then they're gone after about 45 minutes to an hour. The mandarin orange in this takes about, I'd say, a half hour to fully get to the background, but then it kind of stays in the background while you have the turmeric, the woods, the spice, and the aromatics up top. It says that there's some vetiver in this as well. I don't really get much of that. The aromatics, other than the lavender, are kind of just muddled together to make this nice undertone of aromatics. And the only thing that you really would notice as you get further in is the woods become more prominent as you work your way down, as that sharpness from the turmeric. And when I say sharp, I'm not saying sharp like what you would get in a cologne like Club de Nuit Intense Man, where it's super sharp in the beginning. No, it's not like that. It's just sharp ginger or a sharp turmeric. It just is the way that it smells. And it's actually really nice the way that you put that sharp spiciness in together with the mandarin orange, and then as that woods comes in, it takes that sharpness away as you get more of just the spicy portion of that turmeric. The turmeric's never super heavy outside of that opening. It's really just a nice fragrance overall. If you're looking for something that is going to be a nice high heat wear in the spring and summer, I would say this is more of a summer centric fragrance. I would say also because of that spice in the woods, I would also be something that you could wear at just, I would say 60 degrees or above. So maybe in the fall as well. So I would say every season besides winter and late fall that this would be a good fragrance to wear. What I really like about Lacoste Blanc is that the entire line, after about 3 months of release, can be found for about $30 or $40, usually on Joma Shop, Fragrance Buy, Fragrance Net, whatever it is. And so I would just recommend going out to Macy's, trying this out. I mean, hell, I got this bottle for $60 and I got it from Europe. And so that was already cheap. And so for the inexpensive price that you get these fragrances for, I would say that this is definitely worth a pickup, a blind buy, whatever it might be when it does get down to a good price or you find it on a sale or something. Because I can tell you, I mean, not only are these bottles quite nice, I mean, they just look nice in your collection, but it just smells really good. It's a great daytime fragrance that is more going to be for, I would say, you can wear this casually, but I would say because there is a maturity factor to this, because of that spice and woods, that you could also wear this a bit dressed up as well. I would say that this would also be okay if you wanted to wear it to work. I just wouldn't overspray it because of that sharpness. But because it's more of your freshie and it has that spice in it, I think it would definitely be a decent work fragrance for sure. But that's, again, more during the high heat, depending. I wouldn't necessarily wear it to work. It doesn't necessarily strike me as a work fragrance. I'm just trying to let you know it wouldn't be something that's off-putting or something for people. But Lacoste Blanc Eau Intense, I would say, is the second best in the line. So if you want to go back to the video to see why I think that, Lacoste Blanc Eau Fraiche was my favorite freshie of 2022. And that last year, 2022, was a huge year for fragrances, especially in the designer community. We had the most wanted. We had, I can't think now. I'm saying there's so many, and then now I can't even think. Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé, Scandal Le Parfum. There's so many. I can't even think right now. Boss Bottle Marine. But yeah, I would say if you're looking for something that has a unique twist, an orangeade spicy twist on the Dior Homme Bergamot, Dior Homme Cologne, and the commodity bergamots of the world, Lacoste Blanc Eau Intense is definitely going to do that for you. And again, you get about 6 to 8 hours on it. I haven't tested it in the heat yet, but that's about what you get. I wasn't surprised. You also do get a nice performance. It does for the first hour. It pushes off your skin quite nicely because it is an eau de toilette. Eau de toilettes usually do push out a bit more than the rest. So it pushes out, I'd say, about arm's length, double arm's length. So I would say about above average for the first hour. Then it becomes more of a moderate scent for about 3 to 4 hours. Then it settles down to a skin scent, and then it's gone after about 6. So that is Lacoste Blanc Eau Intense. Let me know if you guys have tried it. If you have, what do you think about it versus the Eau Fraiche? And again, go check out my video if you want to see the comparison between the two. But yeah, one of my favorite releases of the year. I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10 for the full fragrance as a whole. Really nice, great release, Lacoste. And again, guys, I will be back with another video. I think that I have one more released full review to do, but I'll figure that out. All right, thank you guys so much. Peace out.